Friends, welcome to my workplace at Ranaghat, West Bengal, India. This is a routine phacoemulsification surgery. Nuclear sclerosis is grade 3. This is the main incision with a 2.8 mm steel keratome on the posterior aspect of the limbus. And now Visco 2% HPMC is injected into the anterior chamber and it is applied over the corneal epithelium. This improves visibility. And now a side port is being made on the left side of the main incision about 3 clock hours away. And now capsular excis is to be done. I am using a utrata forceps. Fix the eyeball with a toothed forceps. With the utrata itself, I make a puncture in the anterior capsule, raise a capsular tag, hold the tag, go anticlockwise, remain at a certain distance away from the margin of the dilated pupil, and thus I manage to get a round rhexis. Size of this rhexis is about 5.5 millimeter. And now hydrodissection. A little bit of visco is expressed out. Hydrodissection and hydrodelineation are done. Nucleus is tapped and the nucleus is rotated. And some more visco, some more 2% HPMC is injected into the anterior chamber. And now is the time to introduce the tip of the phaco handpiece, phaco needle. The phaco needle goes with its bevel down inside the anterior chamber. Some superficial cortical lens matter is removed, and then the handpiece is turned to make the bevel up. And now see direct chop. Bury the tip into the substance of the nucleus. Hold the nucleus at the central part very firmly. Use the chopper to slice the nucleus into several fragments. Each nuclear fragment in such cases can be emulsified at the same go just after chopping. This is the other heminucleus. It is chopped to get 2 fragments. Each fragment is then emulsified. Ultrasonic energy used in this case is 60%, flow rate is 45 ml per minute, and vacuum is 450 millimeter of mercury. And now cortical cleanup is to be done. Some HPMC is injected into the anterior chamber, and now I am going to use a 23 gauge Simcoe cannula to remove the cortex through this side port. And the Simcoe cannula is going to act as a coaxial irrigation aspiration is used in the same way. The sub-incisional cortex also came out easily with the help of this utrata forceps. Some air bubble is obstructing the view at this moment, but we will remove the air bubbles after some time. And now I take the irrigating probe of bimanual irrigation aspiration and irrigate out the air bubbles and do some polishing of the posterior capsule just by irrigation. Now I'm going to enlarge the main wound little bit, say 0.1 or 2 millimeter, because I'm going to use a B cartridge, and this is hydroimplantation of a single piece monofocal intraocular lens in the capsular bag. And now the irrigating probe itself is being used to dial the lens. Since we have not used visco to implant the intraocular lens, there is not much of visco, but little bit of visco sticks to the corneal endothelium. This is a bit of moxifloxacin, and then BSS is used to close the side port, hydrating corneal stroma on either side of this paracentesis wound. And now the final lavage of the anterior chamber with pure sterile BSS. If we do this step in all cases, the incidence of TAS, that is toxic anterior segment syndrome, will be much less. There was little cortex at 6 o'clock, it has been removed. Now the site and now the antechamber is formed very nicely, and then the integrity of the wounds are checked. The assistant puts some drops of moxifloxacin over the ocular surface, and then the case is concluded. Thank you very much for your attention. Hope this video will help you in developing your surgical skills. Dear colleagues, we are going through a very tough time. The COVID-19 pandemic has devastated the whole world. Almost 40,000 deaths till today. It's really very painful to see and to know all this. Please stay home. Please maintain social distancing, and please overcome this situation. Always remember, tough times never last, but tough people do. We must win the war against the invisible enemy, SARS-CoV-2.